Good morning, good morning, good morning. Was an eventful night last night. Uh, some not great things happened in Austin last night. A man lost his life in down off just right off of Rainy Street. I do have most of the details of what actually happened, and or let's just say not what happened, but let's say I know some details that I guess you could say, make suicide a little less likely. Yeah, it's a bad situation. The guy lived down there in that area in an apartment or a condo, whatever you want to call it, down there on Rainy Street. He was found by basically a neighbor on the trail. And he was on the trail. They're doing construction right there. They're doing construction right on that trail. And they had a kind of like a utility cart with where they were doing some excavating, digging out some sand, some of that caliche. And he was found right there by where that utility cart was at, laying on his back, with his ankles crossed and his arms crossed over his chest. What I was told is that basically he was laying back with, like he was taking a nap. Like if you were going to prop your head up on something and lay down, you just kind of fold your arms over your chest and cross your legs. That's how he was found. He had, what appeared to be some trauma or a wound on his chest, and what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his forehead. So the person did not see a weapon, however. There was not a weapon. Now here's what's odd. Earlier on yesterday, down under the bridge right there, the bridges that go over the Ladybird Lake. There's a trail that goes under there. There was some men that were hanging out down there that the residents in that area felt they were just out of place. They were very odd. This was right before the man was found dead. So there's a lot happening down there that hopefully we'll find out soon. I wonder if he was sleeping and someone walked up and quietly shot him. I mean, anything's possible. I can't imagine he would be sleeping on the trail right there, because, and this is it, I mean, that is quite possible. That is absolutely quite possible, but where he lived was, he was within a football field. Well, maybe a half a football field from where he lived, and he had a nice apartment down there. So I don't know. Maybe it is just a suicide. Maybe, I don't know. But the totality, look, with all the men that have went missing down there and then were found dead, right where this man was found dead, all men, we're not talking about women, all men. And what are the odds that this just keeps happening? Now, there's one outlier, which is Christian Pugh. Christian Pugh went missing from Rainey Street. Hang on. Christian Pugh went missing from the bars on Rainey Street. They did not find him in the water, however. They found him on the side of 35. Or actually, I can't remember right off the top of my head. It was either Congress or 35 at the bridges in some brush. They found him in the brush right next to the lake. He was in very bad shape. He spent a week in ICU after that. He had been drugged. So it's just a shame, and I've got so many people that I've talked to and interviewed that were on Rainey Street and got drugged. I have a friend. This guy has actually become a pretty decent friend. He was a drugging victim from Rainey Street, and he's become a pretty decent friend. I'm not gonna say his name because he wants to keep his anonymity. But he's very real, and he was drugged. He knows what he was drugged with. He went to the hospital, and they did the test, and they know what he was drugged with. He was drugged with a primary alcohol that your body metabolizes into GHB. It's pretty ingenious. This alcohol, when you put it in a drink, it has no flavor. It takes on whatever flavor that it's poured into. I believe there's a link about that story. Yeah. How's there even bars left on Rainey? It's all paved over with expensive condos. Yeah, there's still quite a few down there, Bellicose. There is. I mean, how long they're going to last, I don't know, but there's still quite a few down there. I shared it on the Austin Conservative Facebook group. That's good. The only thing, yeah, you're right there, man. That's the only thing you can do is, how do you pronounce your screen name? Chach? Chach, is that how you pronounce it? The only thing we can do is keep the pressure on the police. And I've got a live that I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to come back through. Hang on, guys. So, yeah, keeping the pressure on, that is basically the only thing that we can do. We can't let this just go by the wayside. It happens every single time. It happens every single time where something like this happens. Another body is found, a body in the lake, whatever. And then within a week, because we have this psychotic 24-hour news cycle, that there is always something else coming up to take its place. It's forgotten. It's thrown by the wayside, and we move on to the very next thing. We can't let this happen. We have to keep the pressure on the police department. I bet condo developers are pressuring the city to not report these stories. It's very, very possible, but let me tell you something. A friend of mine is a reporter at KXAN, and I can tell you that I know him. I know how he is, and they are not telling him what to report and what not to report. Obviously they assign stories, but he reports what he wants, and that gives me hope. That it really does. This guy is a pretty stand-up guy, and he's been a friend for a while. He is, in a city where I am an outcast, or I'm a black sheep when it comes to the reporters. He has always treated me with respect, and he's a decent guy, and he's over at KXAN. He's a very decent guy. And now, I used to have good relationships with a lot of the reporters in this city, but you know what? that stopped for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason was, but it stopped. It's just crazy, man. I mean, what are the odds that this keeps happening to men in that area? Just think about it. What are the odds that this keeps happening? You know, I spent a lot of time down there last night where the body was found. I interviewed. I have a source. I can't reveal too much about the source, but I have a source that saw everything. Okay, let's put it that way. Olivia, I am not. They have found a body down on Rainy Street again, and it's taken up a lot of my time. So I have firsthand knowledge of what happened down there, and it lines up with the other deaths. I mean, it does. Sadly, it does. It lines up with the other deaths, and I mean, what are you? I don't what. I don't know. Hang on. Let me get my other camera up here real quick. Give me 1 second. Video capture device. Sorry, I'll get to see my big head for a second. So, again, what are the odds that this happens? What are the odds that these men keep being found in the same area with the same profile? I mean, the odds are astronomical. It's astronomical that this could keep happening. You're never going to make me believe that these are not somehow connected. Honest to God. You'll never make me believe that. So, it is what it is, I guess. Lou, you're crazy, girl. You're nuts. So, we're trying to spread the word about this. Trying to keep the pressure on. I've friends that are in the business that are bigger accounts. I've got a buddy. His name is Nick Sortor. You guys may know who Nick is. Trying to work with a lot of these bigger accounts to get. Man, somebody knocked that damn. Somebody busted that light down, actually. Let's see. 103 Copperleaf. That's out in Lakeway. Will not be going there. I was surprised to see. Oh yeah, Chad. Nick's a friend. Known Nick for a while. We get along. Well, we kind of do the same kind of thing. You'd be surprised, man, how like the circles that we all run in. They're really like you'd be surprised. Like a lot of Alex Rosen is a friend. We all kind of run in the same circles. When you do this job, it's kind of hard not to run in those circles, and you get you make friends and get to know each other, and the larger accounts help the smaller accounts grow, so on and so forth. So it's pretty interesting how it works. Yeah, Nick's a good dude. That's one of the things that I love about doing this job so much. Hang on, we're losing connection. That's one of the things that I love about doing this job so much is, getting to work. Like people, I used to follow a lot of these guys before I had a public life. I used to follow a lot of these folks, and now, getting the chance to become friends with people and working with them, the people that I followed, it sometimes it seems not real, if you know what I mean. But alright, we gotta figure out what we're doing here. So yeah, I mean, I'll have a show a little bit later. I'm gonna have a show a little bit later where I'm gonna have some guests come on. We're gonna sit down and talk about what happened, how it happened. We're gonna go over each one of these deaths, everything. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be good to go. I'm going to lay everything out piece by piece for you. That way you can see how we have gotten to the point that we're at. You know what I mean? So it's going to be good. It's going to be very informational. All right, I got to figure out. So tomorrow I am leaving. We are headed down to the coast tomorrow. I'm going to be intercepting the hurricane as it comes on shore. We're looking at we're targeting Corpus Christi. And the storm as it's laid out right now, or as, with its current track, is going to come through this area. So we should get some good rain this coming week from it. But right now it's just a tropical storm, but it's forecast to strengthen into a hurricane later today. It could also, it very well could strengthen into a major hurricane. So we'll see what happens. But we are going down to intercept it. I'm leaving in the morning. There's so many good reporters out there, thankfully. I don't believe there's anything going on. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's some good reporters. You know what? And that's the thing that I don't understand about the reporters. My microphone. Sorry for the noise, guys. My microphone's falling. That's the thing that I will never understand about these reporters. They are so territorial, if you know what I mean. I have really good relationships with a lot of people. Nabil at KXAN, Meredith Aldis at Fox, she's always been a decent person. And Grace Reader in this city, I had a better relationship with Grace Reader than I had with anybody. But all of a sudden, that all changed. I don't know what happened. We didn't have a falling out. We didn't have words, nothing. Just one day, she unfollowed me, and we haven't spoken since. And I don't know what happened. The only commonality was that was when David Gray took over the Homeless Strategy Division. That was about the time that it happened. So I don't know what happened. I really do not know what happened. But it really makes me sad because I respect Grace a lot. The last story that I covered with Grace was back on up in the what do you call that area? The domain, not domain. Shoot, right there. There's that shopping center just south of Breaker and 183. That area, Arboretum. I think it's called the Arboretum. There was a murder a murder in that shopping center, and I covered that with her that night, or she was there. We were there together, and that was it. Not network with you. Oh yeah, the gatekeeping. Oh man, the gatekeeping. Oh please, don't get me started on the gatekeeping in this city when it comes to media. It kills me. They're so territorial. They're so territorial. And, you know, now that I'm growing on X and these other platforms, and, you know, look, people act like, you know, that it's hard. This is hard. It's not easy, man. I've been doing this now for 2 years and worked my ass off to get where I'm at right now. So, you know, it's not like that this wasn't earned. This shit is not easy, man. Not easy at all. It takes a lot of money and a lot of time. Shit, I'm out here 7 days a week right now trying to make this work. A warning has been issued to all iPhone users after tech experts uncovered new cyber attack targeting Apple IDs. That's interesting. Huh. That's interesting. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here this morning, talk a little bit about what happened last night. I didn't really have a plan. I'm going to head over to Rainy Street right now. I'm going to do some filming down where the body was found last night. I got to figure out what's wrong with Streamlabs. So when I'm live from my cell phone, like on a scene, I use Streamlabs on my phone. The aspect ratio is perfect everywhere except for YouTube. On YouTube, it makes the picture very small, and you have to zoom in to see it. And I can't figure it out. I've worked with their support, and I can't figure it out. I don't know why it screws up on YouTube. The insight to that and knows how to fix it, I would greatly appreciate it. And it's only Streamlabs that happens with. Maybe I need to find a different mobile platform to go live from. I don't even know if there really is another mobile platform to go live from, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that.
Your med unit should be able to set up here.
They've got Starf again this morning. Alright, we're reconnected. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened. Yeah, we were talking about that this morning, Kathy, about putting out a notice on Citizen about that. I don't know what plague it is. I'm going to look into it here very shortly and see. Yeah, I don't know if that person's still watching. Kathy, I got your message. But that really, really, really weirds me out. And I mean, it really weirds me out. That girl, I don't think she's watching right now, but I don't know what the heck's up with that. It almost seems like a setup, you know what I mean? It almost seems like it's a setup. Somebody's trying to set me up. They're just waiting for me to say the wrong thing.
I submitted one request. Once I see your information, I'll update.
I don't get it. Well, I can promise you one thing. What the heck? Okay, we're back on. Jesus, that guy almost hit me. Man, we keep dropping for whatever reason. I don't know why we're dropping so much right now. I think we're back on though. Yeah, man. Carl is a good friend of mine about the Balcones. He took a lot of heat for what he said. These Reddit idiots pick it up. These guys, these idiots over on Reddit, they'll pick that stuff up and turn you into a, I don't know, man. They turn you into not a good person, if you know what I mean. It's so stupid. Why am I offline? What the heck is happening with my satellite right now? Am I back on? I think we're back. I think we're back on. I was dropping like, I'm at like 35% drop on packet loss. Or frames, dropped frames. I don't know what happened there with the satellite, but... Oh, shoot. I know one thing that's about to happen. Okay. I didn't have the power turned on. That could have been what happened. There's not a whole lot happening out here this morning. So, yeah, I'm really excited about going down to the coast tomorrow and intercepting this hurricane. I've done tornadoes, I've done, supercell storms around Texas. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, but I have yet to do a hurricane, and this is going to be my first one, and I am hella excited. Look at all those day laborers. That is where I worked my way out of homelessness, guys, right there. That's where I worked my way out. Yeah, I'm really excited about this hurricane. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really awesome. Let's see. We're going to go over. There's a camp back down here that I want to go check out real quick. See if anything's back here. Yeah, last night DC Dave was in the car with me. We were going to have a good time last night. We were going to try to make you guys laugh. And then that body was found, and that turned everything to mush last night. I had so many people calling me. Check you out, tell them how you took jobs out of Home Depot, Lowe's to get yourself a better life. Man, let me tell you, buddy, I have never in my life, I worked harder out of the Home Depot parking lot. I did, oh my God, y'all, I mean, it is some of the most brutal work you can imagine. And you go out there, get there at 6 in the morning and stand out. Contractors come up, boom, they say $100 for however many hours plus lunch, whatever. And it is some brutal work. But if you want to work your way out of homelessness or a bad situation, it's the perfect place to go. And sadly, my wife, I'm married to a straight up Mexican woman. She is a first generation American, so I have nothing against Hispanic people. but they hated me there because a lot of the contractors would pick me before them because I could speak English. Yeah, this doesn't look like a camp anymore. It looks like it's... This whole area right in front of us burned last year. And I mean, it burned completely. So back in the trees, y'all know the coin-operated air machines at the like at gas stations and such. Y'all know, like it has the big concrete blocks that the air machine is setting on, and then inside of that concrete block, it's the little safe where all the coins go in. Right back in those trees, not 50 feet from us right here, there's 7 of those big old air machines back there with the little safe. They moved the whole concrete block. They moved the whole damn thing. I don't know how they did it. It reminds me of how the Egyptians built the pyramids. How they moved those big ass concrete blocks and got them back here, I'll never know. But there's 7 of them back there in the trees. 7 whole air machines with the concrete base and everything. I have no clue how they moved something that big and heavy, but they did it. And of course, you know, the cops drive by and see a guy pushing an air machine down the side of the highway. That's not suspicious, you know? Not suspicious at all. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Williamson Creek Greenbelt at Stastny and 35, which is kind of in front of us a little ways. It's like a bowl. The creek is down. You know how creeks, you know, they over time they, you know, the erosion, they get these steep cliffs around the creek. Well, that's what the Williamson Creek Greenbelt looks like. It's very steep. And instead of taking, you know, the long way, if you wanted to go into that camp, you had to either walk the long way, which was about 2 football fields, or you could go over the side and go down one of those steep cliffs. Well, the homeless people in there got tired of going the long way with their shit, so they took this big metal cable and built a trolley system from the back of the Lowe's all the way down into their homeless camp. They had a metal cable, they had a cart that was on wheels, and they would just bring their shit in and out of that homeless camp on a trolley. There's some very smart people in these camps, I will tell you that much. Some pretty smart people. Hey, baby, your way out. I'd like to go film an incident this morning for Citizen, if I could find something to go film. Oh, wait, here we go. Alright, guys, we got something. Okay. We're going to a car fire. 30.213 925 negative 97 704 243. Alright. Alright, we're going to looks like a pretty large car fire. Yeah, he dropped in just in time, and we're right here, man. We're less than 3 miles from the car fire. I don't see any smoke back there, though. It's right back there at Ben White and Montopolis. This is where that big homeless camp is. see, is it off the road? It is, let's see, eastbound Ben White to Service Road at Montopolis Ramp at the Riverside. Okay, is it the Montopolis Ramp or the Riverside Ramp? We're right here.
We self-assigned to give y'all some traffic control. Let us know if y'all need any hands up there.
We got to get off, or we're about to. We got to get off. Or oh yeah, I see the smoke now. Okay, this is Montopolis. All right, we're gonna get off right here so we can get up close to it. I don't know if y'all can see the smoke up in the air. Let's see, let me get my citizen. Alright. It is right there, y'all. Let's see if we can find a place to...
Ladder 22, 35. Y'all can clear. We got the
Oh man, it's a Jeep.
Receive.
It's a...
35.
Rescue 14 Fire Dispatch. Number 14. Rescue 14, no APD yet. They do have to call. They're working on the tows for you right now. Receive, thanks, dispatch.
It's a Jeep. That poor Jeep is just burned all to heck. Let's see if I can get this to... Oh man, what'd I do here?
Medic 3, fire dispatch. Good.
Yeah, that Jeep is burned all up.
You have transport. PD's asking. Negative, we got one refusal. Appreciate it.
Alright, we gotta roll. We gotta get out of here. Alright, guys.
Control. Station change. Good one.
Come on, lady. Alright. Yep, that is an old Jeep burned completely up. Man. Older Jeep just burned up. Sad. Burnt right through the hood, too. I still got you guys here, and I lose you by filming something boring. A boring vehicle fire. All right. Hey, baby.
Demand 3, party 2 augmentation, 603 Martin Springs.
Six 603 Barton Springs. Oh. Altered mentation.
District 5.
Altered mentation.
We do not have any officers here.
That was a lot of cops back there at that call. There was 6 APD squad cars there. They must not have anything to do this morning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like 20%.
26 party 2 augmentation, 16,000 block from West State House, everyone.
There was 6 of them there. They must have been bored. It's 10:30 on a what is today? Is today Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. Man, I'll tell you what. 4th of July being on Thursday screwed me up. It really screwed me up. I keep thinking today's Sunday for whatever reason. It's because I did Austin After Dark on Thursday night and last night, and usually I only do 2 in a row a week. It's got me all kinds of messed up.
Medic 18, you can set out to welfare, Medic 18.
Hey, baby.
Medic 18, checking, set out to welfare.
That doesn't sound good. Checking status and welfare of a medical unit. I didn't hear them respond either.
did not make contact with anybody at the incident.
Yeah, but there is no patient. It doesn't look like a patient anyway. That the person is needing a tow, according to what I'm reading for APD.
We'll need 2 tows on I-35, and then if the occupant at Fiesta is requesting a tow, that'll be 3 total.
Good Lord.
Appreciate.
Another application for crew change.
Need to take. We may do Operation Water Drop today is what we may do. Let's see if I can't. I got a bunch of water to give out. It's already getting to be about. What the hell was that? I've never heard that before. Attached crime tours. That's. Hang on.
13 master, you can cancel. Attempted to locate, we'll call you back if we need you.
Nah, Citizen keeps me pretty busy, Kathy. I stay pretty busy with those guys. That's not a bad idea, though. A crime tour. See, I'm going to be covering the hurricane for Citizen while I'm down there, and they're already sending out alerts about it. See, the way we alert, the way alerts are done on Citizen. So let's say I pull up to a scene like last night with the body found in the lake. I can, they can either notify people in my general area of the incident, or I can ask them to notify. I can ask them to notify everybody in Austin about an incident. And normally, when we like a body being found in Ladybird Lake, we would notify everybody in Austin. But last night they screwed up and they only notified people within a mile radius. So, and it is what it is. But with the hurricane coming in, they will notify every single user on Citizen. And like the plague, I guess we're back. Something's up with my satellite. I may have to reboot the satellite. I may have to reboot the satellite. Old Bee Cave Road. Fletcher Lane? Where the heck is Fletcher Lane at? Oh, there's a trash fire way out in the kind of the Barton Creek, Lost Creek area. That's interesting. You know, a tour wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. So, been talking to some people about we may have a dash billboard sometime soon, if you can believe that, here in Austin. That's gonna be wild. A dash billboard. This area right here is Fentanyl Central. So that's all the people you see over there behind the bus stop. They're selling fentanyl. If you want to buy fentanyl in Austin, everybody knows that this is where you come to.
Medic 4 Party 43 at the airport, gate 27.
Fentanyl Central. Butterfly, good morning. How are you doing?
We weren't able to. We're getting cleared up.
Hope you're doing good today. And I added quite a few followers yesterday. I'm doing good. Butterfly, how are you doing? Doing good. I'm going to be hopping off here in a little bit. Get ready for this afternoon's show. Busy day. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a busy day. I've got a busy day as well. I got a show to do this afternoon with some people where we're going to sit down and we're going to break down all of the deaths that have happened here. We're going to break down all of the deaths that have happened out of Ladybird Lake. And we're going to go from there. Kathy, I got your message on X. It's crazy, ain't it? I don't understand what's happening. I don't want to talk about it too publicly, but it's just weird how that all has happened. I think we're going to do it around 4 o'clock this coming afternoon, or this afternoon, and then depending on how long we go, it could take a bit to break down everything. We will have an episode of Austin After Dark this evening. I'm still lining up my guests and working with their schedules right now. One of the guests, he's in California, so he's on the West Coast, and then I believe my other guest is on the East Coast. So we're split in the United States, and with time zones, it's hard to keep everybody in check. Good Lord, this road sucks. What in the world? This is Pleasant Valley. This needs to be talked about. Another streamer that lives was talking about Ladybird Lake. This is a huge concern. Yeah, it's bad. We've been talking about it this morning. Something is wrong. Look. Let's look at all men, for one. All men. Most all of them, I'd say 90% of them have the same demographics. They all went missing from Rainy Street, and they were all found in the water, within a mile of each other. How is that even possible? For it to be all males. No females. None. All males. The odds of that are so astronomical that if they are not related in any way, if none of these deaths are related in any way, I don't know. I have a very, very tough time believing that it's possible. I have a very, very tough time believing that that's possible. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy that does TV and internet shit. What do I really know? So, and that's basically what the cops say. They're like, well, who are you? Like, what do you really know? And I get it. I get it. Yeah, so my I know I've talked about this before, but I'm working with a production company here in Austin that makes they make documentary style films, TV shows, and we're gonna be. I've got a meeting with them today over this latest death. Where are the cameras? The person knows it. Well, see, that's the thing. They're putting supposedly they're putting cameras in right now. You try looking up the social media to see if there's anything out there. Yeah, so I have for almost all of these men that have died, I have a complete workup on them, where we used AI to basically, we call it scraping. We scrape the internet for any presence of these guys. Anytime that their names was mentioned in a news article, we have their social medias. We even went so far as to any posts that they had made, especially on Facebook, because a lot of times it's public. Any posts that they had made that, with certain keywords. Maybe I should just share my files with everybody. Maybe I should make them publicly available. I mean, there was a lot of work, but I don't know what else to do but make that public and just let everybody see everything. I know their families. I've talked to their families. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do to keep pressure on the cops other than doing what we're doing. This TV show is really going to pressure the police department in a bad way. So the city, the police, they're not going to be happy with and I thought about this last night after my source made contact with me last night. He made contact with me while I was on the stream last night. They are not going to be happy that I have the information that I have and that I released it publicly. I think the one's related, but maybe this person. When you look at the details of the death, this guy last night was laid out on the trail on his back with his ankles crossed and his arms crossed over his chest. And the way it was explained to me was he was laying there like he was taking a nap. If you were going to lay down and prop your head up against something and take a nap, that's the way it was explained to me that he looked. He had a wound on his chest, and he had what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his forehead. It's the secrecy. The thing is that's why they can't. That's why this person made contact with me, is because they knew that the police would not release any of those details. And from what I was told, this guy was very obviously dead. You know what I mean? He was very obviously dead. So I would imagine that the gunshot wound to the forehead pretty much sealed the deal on that. But I think if you put two and two together, you will figure out that my source was there apparently, or saw what happened. It's crazy. It is crazy. Okay, I gotta run inside real quick. If you guys can watch the car and don't let anybody take it, I will be right back. I'm gonna patch the radio in for you guys.
37 responding 14 109
Okay.
FM 969.
Y'all chill for just a sec.
Control, Nick 34. Go ahead, 34. Clear Lakeway, en route station, end shift. Understood. Have a good day, 34.
Engine 42, Medic 30, this is R5. Go ahead. Y'all can cancel. This is going to be a no patient. Reaching 42 scan. Medic 30, you got that? Can you repeat that for me? R5 was saying y'all can cancel to no patient. Right on, Medic 30, repeat.
Medic 13, Friday Porter, hemorrhage 10346, Blue Bluff. Medic 3, tripping on your mech on the south, you can cancel. Medic 3, cancel.
Get off my channel.
3 en route, 505, right on.
All right, I'm back. Let's see, I mean, management knows something and will not act. Yeah, I hit the like button. That's a good idea. Already past 15 minutes after he was found. I heard something different about, you said you read that he passed 15 minutes after he was found. He was very obviously dead. Now, look, this is all information, like, secondhand, I guess, kind of information, if you will. So, I don't trust that the police or the city is going to release the information that we need to understand what happened. I don't think they're going to do that. But and here's the thing. This is what I was trying to talk about last night, but I don't think I got my point across very well. You have all of these men, right? Let's say, I'm going to go with one case in particular, Martin Gutierrez. Martin, hang on a sec. Martin died a very bad death. He had blunt force trauma to his head. It was not good. It was not good at all. He had blunt force trauma to his head, the back of his head. The police say that it is accidental. It was an accidental drowning, guys. Y'all need to, don't look here, look, accidental drowning. All right. The problem with all that is I did a public information request for the files. They apparently say that they have closed his case as accidental. But yet, when I make a request for the files, they will not give me them because they say there's an ongoing investigation. His case has been closed. So what is the ongoing investigation? You see what I'm saying? What's the ongoing investigation? So, I don't know. You guys put 2 and 2 or 3 and 4 together on that one and see if you can make sense of it, because I sure can't. Same thing with Jason John. I've tried to get Jason John's autopsy report for a while and can't, even though his case has been closed. Looks familiar. Kathy's an awesome person. She's over on X, and she helps me quite a bit. Kathy is a researching dynamo. that woman can research anything. Let's see what we're doing here. Fletcher Lane. Other cities are playing the same games with. Yes, they are. Yes. So see, here's the thing, Zero. This is something. Whoa, you idiot! This is the thing I haven't talked about very publicly because it's part of the TV show we're doing, and I have an NDA, and I can't really talk into much detail. We're covering other cities. We're covering Austin, Chicago, Boston, all of these cities around the country that have the same thing happening. It even goes up into Nashville. What was that boy that was that went missing, and then they found him floating? They found him floating in the water in Nashville. It was here recently. It was a huge story. I can't remember the guy's name now, but that's part of it. Now, I have a friend that lives in California. His name is William Ramsey. He has been investigating these drowning deaths, the smiley face deaths, if you will, around the country for a while. He's written 3 books. The last book that he wrote is probably the most definitive book on the subject. He literally goes through every death around the country and shows how they're linked. It's like an encyclopedia on these drowning deaths. I kid you not. It is perfect. Get the Kindle version of it, and I promise you're not going to be disappointed. I interviewed him. We met because of the TV show, and then I brought him onto my channel last year, and we just kept in contact ever since then because the guy is literally a walking encyclopedia when it comes to these deaths. I think on X, his handle is William Ramsey Investigates or something like that. But he's been investigating these deaths. He's done the West Memphis 3. He's done, all of these deaths for quite some time. There's a homeless camp right there. I can't tell if that's occupied or not. What's it called? It's called, just look on Kindle, look up the smiley face killings. Let me see what it's called. Hang on. I can tell you exactly what it's called. I've got it on my Kindle. The Smiley Face Killers. That's what it's called. The Smiley Face Killers. I'm gonna tweet it out, Jane. I'm gonna retweet it here. He's actually, this is his first audio book as well. Oh, the homeless, they don't ever shut down, Butterfly. They go 24/7. And I mean, they go 24/7. So there's another account on X. There's a guy that covers all of these drowning deaths. It's called at Smiley Face Cult. His name is Jack. He is a really awesome guy, and I've gotten to know him a bit over, here recently. And he has, let's see, I used to live in. He is covering. It's at Smiley Face Cult. Oh, come on, give us the go ahead here. At Smiley Face Cult. Yeah, the homeless never shut down. They just go and go. During the day, it's so hot right now. Most of them are out and about. You can't really sleep in this kind of heat. And all they do is walk around the city and gather junk. And I mean, that's all they do. Sadly. I'm a bit nervous about the hurricane, going down to cover the hurricane. Did you hear about the homeless guy that was cutting down trees and harassing people off of Westgate? Yeah, that is I call him Chainsaw Guy. I know it's a stupid name. If on my X, I have extensive videos of his cant. I've known him. His name is Rami. I've known him now in this city for a while. When he is taking the medications that he's been prescribed, he is as normal as you and I. But when he's not taking his medications, he is batshit crazy. I've talked to his family. His family is trying to get him back. He's from New York. They're trying to get him back to New York now because he needs help. And he's dangerous. He goes into people's yards and cuts down their trees. He's got 2 chainsaws. Why they let him back out, I don't know. And he actually has a warrant, an active warrant right now for escape, which blows my mind because the charge that he was in jail on, so he was in jail on a charge of, I think it was criminal mischief or something. He escaped, but that charge was later dropped. So he's still got a warrant for escape, but yet there's no underlying charge anymore. Kathy knows all about that one. She's researched that one pretty extensively, I think. He's a weird guy. He's a very weird guy. And he is he's a danger. He's a danger to the public. He's a danger to himself and the public. Yeah, he's had so many charges. So he has destroyed so much property, trees. He goes on trails that are owned by the city of Austin. He destroys the rocks. He builds these massive crosses out in the Greenbelt, and I'm talking these massive rock crosses. They're all through the Greenbelt. If you walk out into that Greenbelt area and you see the crosses laid out everywhere, it is absolutely creepy. But he thinks the devil lives in the top of trees. That's what he thinks. His mental illness has him thinking that the devil lives in the top of trees, which is why he builds the crosses through the wooded areas and he cuts the trees down. And boy, does he ever cut trees down. He's like a one-man wrecking ball. I kid you not, he really is. Damn. Rip. Kyrie Jackson died in an overnight car accident. That's sad. Kyrie Jackson. I'm not a big football fan, but I know who he is. So have you guys been hearing about Project 2025? I'm sure you guys have seen some of that on social media. Everybody's connecting it to Trump, but it has nothing to do with Trump. Tropical Storm Beryl, Beryl. Apparently HEB has a sale going on right now for hurricane supplies. They're limiting 4 water packages per person. You can get 2 briskets per person. And starting on Monday, they're extending store hours to let people do some more shopping. And right now it looks like the storm is going to come on shore just north of Corpus Christi. And if you watch here, we're going to bring it to you live. We will bring it to you live right here on X. Yeah, it's the Heritage Foundation. Yeah, they've got briskets on sale as a hurricane supply. Yeah, Austin will be okay. We'll probably get some rain out of it, but nothing serious. Yeah, Port Arthur is in the crosshairs. We're gonna be there. You can watch it here. You can watch it right here. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this now. I've got some stuff. Yeah, we're going down to the port. Want to get rid of expensive meat and cake. Probably. Yeah, we're gonna head down to the Corpus Christi area tomorrow. Fubar is in Corpus Christi. We're gonna probably be leaving tomorrow morning. I'm gonna stream it all, so you guys know what's up, and where we're at, and what we're doing. I'm gonna try to stream the whole thing. So, and then I'm gonna be streaming the. What do you call it? We're gonna try to get into the eye wall. That is the goal, is to get into the eye wall. Yeah, you better go get some of that brisket. Apparently they got some pretty big briskets. All right, guys, thanks for being on here with me this morning. As a reminder, this afternoon we're gonna do a show with I'll have some guests where we are gonna be on with talking about the drowning deaths here in Austin. Butterfly, probably it's looking about 4 o'clock right now. 4 o'clock. We're definitely going to be careful, Zero. We've got a plan, all the emergency supplies we need, so we should be good to go. But I will be back on with you guys later this afternoon to talk about the Ladybird Lake killings, and then we will have Austin After Dark this evening. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk